I've been dreaming all night, bringing me some inspiration. Never meant to love no one, but baby, I saw you for a second and I'm happy that you came my way. Don't wanna waste no time without you ever brightening up my days. Never meant to fall so hard.
Hey guys, my name is Nikki and I want to welcome you here to Carry Grace. Alright, so we are going to be doing the final zone in the Flylady system, which is zone 5. For me, that is my living room. Alright, so I'm not going to do the whole spiel about why I am cleaning 2 houses in this video. I'm doing my Alabama living room and then also my Florida living room. We just moved, and if you want to get all of those details, make sure that you watch zone 4. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this. What is zone cleaning? Zone cleaning is essentially the deep cleaning of a particular area or room in your home. All right, so you can see I just grabbed a huge load of blankets from the living room. We use those pretty much every night. So I took those to the laundry room and I am going to give those a good wash. Now I am going to start dusting. And just like I do in every other room, I like to start at the top of the room and work my way down. I use this little blue duster. I've talked about this before. I do have it linked in my Amazon store if you want to check it out. There's a lot of different brands though. There's lots of different ones. This particular one is from the brand Mr. Clean, and I found it years and years ago at Big Lots. I think I only paid $5 for it, but it's a great tool and I like that it's very multi-purpose and I can use it for so many things. It just makes things quick, but you don't have to have this. You can use whatever it is that you like to dust. All right, so you're going to start at the top of the room and you're going to work your way down. I like to make sure that I get in the corners. I like to dust my blinds. I like to dust the top of windowsills, and then I work my way down to the baseboards. I like to I like to dust the tops of like picture frames and mirrors, all the things. I definitely want to encourage you to use your timer when you do your zone cleaning. Just spend 15 minutes a day. You can do 15 minutes a day, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. A lot of people don't zone clean on Monday because that's when they do their weekly home blessing. You could set aside 30 minutes, 2 days a week. You could do it all in 1 hour. Just find a way to make this work for you. But in 15 minutes a day, you can get a lot done. I forgot to mention it. I actually didn't even spend an entire hour working on the zone cleaning for my Alabama house. For 3 days in a row, I only did 15 minutes and I got a ton done. So make sure that you are utilizing your timer.
Love of mine, love me for a while. Love of
All right, so for day 1, I did 15 minutes of dusting with my special little tool. I did up high and got all the like fixtures and tops of doors and things like that. Now today, which is day 2, I have set my timer again for 15 minutes. And this is where I'm going to dust all of the bookshelves. I'm going to move everything, all of my knickknacks and picture frames and things like that. And the reason I did this on another day was number 1, the other took me about 15 minutes. And number 2, today I'm using a different tool. Today I'm using just a microfiber e-cloth. I have it just kind of slightly damp, and that is my favorite way to dust. It just does a really good job of actually picking up the dust. Now sometimes I will spray it with just a little bit of Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose cleaner. I really like the lemon verbena scent, and it's just nice and mild, and so sometimes I use that just because I like the way it smells. But with e-cloth you really can just use water, and I find that it's just quick and effective, so that is how I like to dust.
trying to keep my focus right. Every glimpse of you deserts me. You're all I think about sometimes. But baby, I saw you for a second and I'm happy that you came my way. Don't wanna waste no time without you ever brightening up my days. Never meant to fall so hard. me some inspiration. Never meant to love no one. Love of mine.
All right, so as I am walking over here to my little desk nook in my living room in our house that we had in Alabama, I really miss this little corner. Y'all, this was just one of my favorite little corners. It was just so cute. I spent a lot of time sitting at that desk working. So anyway, I just missed that little spot. But I'm going to keep on dusting. Now, one thing that I did is I did a really good job this week when I was doing my weekly home blessing. I vacuumed really well and mopped. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spend 15 minutes in this closet. This closet is at the kind of the entrance of our living room. This is our homeschool closet. It's just very messy. So I'm going to set my timer and just clean it up. I didn't show the actual cleaning up of it because it's really hard to film in here, but you can see the closet looks so much better. And sometimes I like to spend 15 minutes just kind of straightening things up. And if you don't get to spend an entire hour zone cleaning one week, do not sweat it. It is okay. You can see I spent 45 minutes and I got a lot done. All right, so now you can see I am in a different living room. This is our living room in Florida. So a lot of the things kind of look the same, but it is a different house. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm starting at the top of the room. I've got my little blue wand and I am dusting, making sure that to get rid of cobwebs and things like that. You can see I'm going back over blinds and I am just going to repeat the process. On this particular day, I did not spread out the cleaning. I did it all in 1 hour just because I had a good bit of time this day to just kind of dedicate to this. And also, I've mentioned before that a lot of times it's easier if I film everything all at one time. All right, so now I'm going to wipe down my TV and then I'm also going to go to my mirror. Now, I am using the window cloth set from eCloth. I just have the eCloth, the window set. I've got I forget what you call the first one, the window cloth. I have it wet or just kind of damp and I wipe down the front of the TV and then I polish it off with the polishing cloth and it doesn't leave any kind of streaks or anything. And then I'm going to do the same thing on my mirror, and this is my absolute favorite way to clean anything glass. I use it on our TV screens, I use it on mirrors, I use it on our sliding glass doors. I use it on everything and it is so good. I'm telling you, you won't have any lint or any streaks when you clean your glasses.
You know it still hurts a little bit, but not that much. 'Cause if you want somebody else, who am I to judge? I've been thinking about you all the time.
All right, so now I am just taking that same window cloth because I already had it. It's already damp, and I'm just going to come through here and I'm going to dust everything. You can see I'm picking everything up and moving everything. When I do my weekly home blessing, I use that little blue wand and I just kind of do a quick dust. I don't move everything, but when I do my zone cleaning, I do like to make sure that I pick everything up and move it and dust around it, on top of it, underneath it. We're going to get rid of all of that dust.
I'm starting to get used to it, think I'll survive. I met you in the summer, when you left it was cold. Said we loved one another, guess that we were wrong. I met you in the summer, our love was out of control. I've been going crazy without you, I'm so alone. I met you in the to do. I'm just staring at my walls and talking to myself now and then. I'll try to laugh, but I'll cry a bit as well. I was never any good at being away from you. I met you in the summer,
now that all of the surfaces have been thoroughly wiped down, I'm going to turn my attention to this air return. Now, we do change this filter out regularly, I believe once a month, but it was nasty looking. It was very dusty, so I'm going to pull out the table. I put on the brush attachment that I have for my vacuum, and I'm just going to dust this, or vacuum this, I should say. And I did this in several passes. You're going to see that I spent a good bit of time, but it really needed to be cleaned thoroughly. So I took a few extra minutes so that I could make sure that I cleaned this really well. Since I already had the brush out on my vacuum cleaner, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use it to vacuum underneath where this table is. Now, when I do my weekly home blessing, I just do kind of a quick vacuum, and then once a month when I'm doing my zone cleaning, I like to move the tables and I like to do around my baseboards. So since I had already done my weekly home blessing, I'm just going to use this. I'm not going to be doing my floors in this room today because they didn't really need it, but I decided to use this to do my baseboards and under this piece of furniture, and it worked really well. The other thing is this day, because I knew I was going to be doing my zone cleaning, I had already put all of my plants that I normally have in the corners in this room. They were in my bathtub. Once a month, I like to put them in there and give them a really good soak, and then I let them kind of hang out there for the rest of the day so that they can drain properly before I put them back. So that was another reason it was a good day for me to go ahead and vacuum the corners with this brush, because I don't always move the plants to vacuum around them when I am doing my weekly home blessing hour.
I've been going crazy without you. I'm so alone. I met you in the
All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trade the brush on my vacuum cleaner for another attachment. I'm going to use the upholstery attachment, and I am going to give my couch a good vacuum. Now, I'm not going to take all of the cushions off. We do not eat in here, so we just sit in here to watch TV. We eat in the kitchen, so I didn't feel like it was necessary for me to vacuum underneath the cushions. I do that on occasion. I do that probably once or twice a year, but I don't really need to do it more frequently than that. Now, if you do eat in your living room and eat on the couch, that's something you may want to do during your zone cleaning each month, but if not, then you can spread it out and not do it as often. I also like to vacuum my pillows. You can see I had not really straightened up my couch yet at this point, and that is because I knew that I was going to be doing this. So once I get everything nice and vacuumed, then I will get all of the cushions and pillows straightened back up.
You know it still hurts a little bit, but not that much. 'Cause if you want somebody else, who am I to judge? I met you in the summer, when you left it was cold. Said we loved one another, guess that we were wrong. I met you in the summer, our love was out of control. I've been going crazy without you, I'm so alone. I met you in the
All right, so once I finish this part, I am letting you know that my timer went off and I have been cleaning for 30 minutes. So you can see that you can get a lot done in 30 minutes. So y'all make sure you are using that timer. So now I am going to go for another 30 minutes and get some more stuff done.
I am stuck in the middle. Yeah, I'm stuck in between. I'm stuck in that position. I'm just a machine. So you're stuck in the middle, huh? Guess we're stuck in between. Life is a riddle, yeah. And I don't know what it means, no. This is what it feels.
All right, so the living room is all cleaned up now. So I am going to have a quick snack. And then I am going to continue on and I am going to work on my breakfast area. Now in this house, I have added my breakfast area to my zone 5, my living room. And the reason I have done that is just because it's right there next to the living room and it just kind of flows really well. And as you can see, I did a lot in my living room and it only took 30 minutes. So that's why I like to do this area at the same time that I do my living room, because I'm kind of doing the same things. I'm dusting in the corners, I'm wiping down furniture and things like that. So it just works really well. Now in my other house, this area, my breakfast area, I had that in my kitchen zone, which is zone 2. But like I said, in this house, it just works well for me to add it to zone 5. So this is a good place for me to remind you to make sure that you are setting up your zones in a way that makes sense for your home. Now, I know I've talked about making things work for you a lot in a lot of my videos, and that is something that I stand by. I really believe that for the Flylady system to work for you, then you really are going to need to be able to tweak it and really make it work for you in your house. All right, so I'm going to grab my rug. I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to give it a good shake, and I'm going to let it sit out there because these floors are very dirty. So I am going to actually vacuum and mop in here. All right, before I do that though, I need to give all of the furniture a good wipe down.
But you're not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. Let's share out and hitchhike. There is nothing we can't do. Ooh, baby, as long as I got you. I'm gonna open up my eyes this time. Open my heart and do it with a smile. I'm gonna love, love. Give me your love. You're stuck in the middle. Yeah, you're stuck in between. Things can only get better if you know what I mean. Once in the air, you realize what you want, the things that you dream of, and the things that you don't know. This is what it feels like. But you're not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. Let's share out and hitchhike. There is nothing we can't do. Ooh, baby, as long as I got you.
All right, so I'm getting very close to being done with zone 5. I'm going to vacuum, I'm going to mop in here, and then I'm going to put everything back. So while I am doing that, I just wanted to kind of close this out. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I hope it has been helpful for you to see how to zone clean in your home. Everybody's home is going to be different. I know that sometimes when you look at the Flylady's detailed list, and I do want to mention, if you are not familiar with a Flylady's detailed zone cleaning list, make sure you head to her website and check it out. It's a great place to start. I have kind of tweaked my lists and make them work for you. I kind of do this my own way. Like I said, sometimes I do 15 minutes a day. Sometimes I just pick the things that are the most important to me that month. But like I said, just make it work for you. But I hope it has motivated you to see that this system is very doable. It's very tweakable, very workable. So whatever season of life you're in, whatever kind of work situation you have going on, you can make this work. Real quick though, I don't know if you saw me flip up the fibers of my mop. I like to flip that up and I run that across my baseboards. It does a really great job of cleaning them. So that's just kind of a quick cleaning little tip or hack. Anyway, like I said, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you guys follow the Flylady system, let me know down below. I'd love to know how long you have been doing the Flylady system. I'd like to know, maybe do you do it to a T as she has laid it out? Are there some tweaks that you have made? Let me know down below. Also, I am wiping my table off again because I realized when I did it earlier, I used just my regular cleaning rag that I had been cleaning other things with. So I wanted to come back with a clean rag and some cleaner since we eat on the table. That way I knew that it was ready for the next time we were going to eat in here.
I'm gonna open up my eyes this time.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel and not already subscribed, please consider subscribing down below. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next week.